Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another segment by BD Opinion Juris where law meets thoughts. Here, we are going to value the student thoughts over anything else. Today's session is especially exciting because we are recognizing the top three participants, contributors of the article's writer, and we are selecting among the many of the articles we have actually received, and we are selecting one of the three contributors whose write-up stood up the first in our pages, and we are recognizing them. Well, now I'm giving the floor to one of the top contributors of last month, who is Bashirul Bihango from North South University.
Thank you. I'm Bashirul Islam. I'm also there. This is my last semester right now. I'm also currently serving as the TA at the Department of Law, and I have made with the BD Opinion Juris through publishing one of my articles titled "Holding the Line: Why Bangladesh Must Fix its Baseline Before Sea Level Rise." So thank you.
So before you start, can I ask about how did you choose the title and what actually made you think about the title? How did you select it?
Actually, this title actually was about the reason I took this topic is about came comes for about 1 year ago because during the time I did JSUP and one of the issue was base level freezing actually. So during my research on that topic, I actually found it fun and I thought it was very relevant in Bangladesh context. So because like Bangladesh. Even since I was young, I always saw in the news that Bangladesh was facing sea level issues. Like it's very flat, and a little rise in the sea can actually submerge the country. And to be honest, literally, if 5 meter of sea level rises, then that's going to submerge two-thirds of Bangladesh land. So that's a huge issue.
That's a huge, okay.
Yeah. That's why when I read to the JSF fact, I actually thought it was very connected to Bangladesh. So I always wanted to write about something connecting Bangladesh regarding from that JSF issues. So that's how this idea came, and this idea got more consolidated when the ICJ gave an advisory opinion actually on climate change. So among them, they actually supported the base level freezing. So that's when I thought, no, this is actually a very good topic and this is very relevant in Bangladesh context. And I also felt like in Bangladesh, very few people are actually talking about this. So I thought if I wrote about this, this will actually help create some awareness. People will get interested in the topic, they will do some research, and eventually, who knows, we might actually implement the baseline freezing in our country. So that's the background of my research.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the background. So you can.
You see, if a main topic of mine is why I think Bangladesh should freeze the baseline and what's the benefit. You see, when Bangladesh faces the sea level submersion, there's two issues mainly. First of all, we're losing our land. That's very big problem. Not only, but on top of that, our economical EEZ, exclusive economic zone, continental shelf, these are also very reliant on the baseline. They are determined from the baseline actually. So with our sea land getting submerged, our baseline is receding, as well as our EEZ, as well as continental shelf. So the resource that we get from the sea is also getting reduced. So that's a very big problem. So we're losing on both fronts. So if we just let the baseline continuously get reduced, we're gonna lose not only our land as well as the resources. That's why I thought, why not just freeze the baseline? And when I did research, I found that it's not just Bangladesh. Majority of the coastal countries around the globe are facing this issue, and a lot of them support this. It all started with the Pacific small islands. They declared that they want to freeze the baseline, and they were supported by other Pacific countries. So eventually, when this matter was brought for the global states, all the states, most of the states, over 100 states, actually support this. So eventually, we got to see now. The point is, many might say that baseline is very much determined. Like once we declare a baseline, because it will not change. Like how is baseline determined right now? It's based on the UNCLOS article, UNCLOS treaty, and UNCLOS baseline interpreted is through ambulatory type. Because when we decide this is the baseline, this is the baseline, and we have to notify the United Nations where we decide the baseline. So this was the problem. Many claimed that initially baseline freezing is not allowed because the baseline definition says that it will be based on the land, and the land is reducing, so it should reduce. But it's not. Why? The reasoning provided was very exceptional, it will say. Because when we decide a baseline, we have to let the United Nations know this is our baseline. But we don't have to update them ever again. So that's why many people theorize that no, We can just freeze it. Once we have determined this is our baseline, we don't change it. We just keep it there. And the baseline is frozen. Yes, land is getting reduced. We can't do that. That's a natural issue. Climate change, we can't fight back against that. But at least we can protect our sea reserves, the resources we get from the sea. So, and that's the big reason I support baseline freezing. And I think this is very relevant because Bangladesh gets a lot of resources from sea. Like fishing, it's like one of the largest sector. They import, the export, sorry, the export.
Our GDP, I think, contributes.
Yes. So if we lose the baseline, we lose a lot of opportunity to fish. That will harm our economy as well. So it's just lost for us every aspect if we don't freeze our baseline. And with the ICJ, through the Advisory Opinion on Climate Change, they've also supported baseline. So overall, through my research, I just found that this is the current trend. Countries around the globe are accepting baseline freezing. So I think Bangladesh is behind this trend right now, but they should not. They should try to freeze the baseline as soon as possible. And a benefit to this, a big reason is Bangladesh actually had two cases, both Myanmar and India, delimiting their baseline, their sea level. So Bangladesh knows very well where the baseline started and was their zone, exclusive economic zone, as well as the constitution. They know very well the borders. But so if they freeze it, they can very much do so. But if they don't freeze it, then the conflict that Bangladesh has with India and Myanmar, it will get renewed again because they'll both say, no, your baseline has fallen behind. They'll just start another case, it will just go on and on.
Another hassle.
Yeah, it's just on cycle. So that's another problem. So I think with everything, baseline freezing is very important.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your valuable thoughts with us, and thank you for relying on our platform. Thank you.
And thank you as well for giving me this opportunity. Like when I wanted to publish, I was looking for many places where I could publish, and that's when BD Opinion Juris popped up, and I just saw it so regular that it's active. So I thought this might be the good platform for me to publish my paper lot. So that's why I just published it. And today I got opportunity here to talk about it. I think this is very helpful. Who knows? Someone might listen to this and it might actually help Bangladesh with the baseline.
Thank you.